Welcome back to the Astral Tourist, the podcast where I treat the multiverse like a slightly glitchy public transit system. If you've been tracking the saga, you know my pensive spirit guide Colin put the brakes on my grand Jupiter trip with a 2/10 problem, delay due to an energy differential. But this past week, the universe threw me a giant glittering curveball. A powerful December supermoon last night. Oh my gosh. And there was Jupiter sitting right outside my bedroom window along with it, right around 7 p.m. I was looking out my bedroom window. There's the giant, wonderful supermoon. There's Jupiter. And I was like, oh my gosh, the universe is totally taunting me. How can I not at least try for it when it's just right there? We've all been there, right? You want something so much. So anyway, I don't always listen to my spirit guides. So I thought, well, he told me what he thought. Let's see what I can do. And, sometimes you just have to ask the universe one more time. And it was right there. So I was very determined. So from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m., I tried everything I know. I kept going through the motions, trying to slip or pop on out of my body. I used head tilt, the rope technique, commands, attempted rolls, you name it, wiggling. But I just kept waking up instead of astral projecting. I felt so close. But the universe was hitting the snooze button on my consciousness. And there were a few times I actually just fell asleep. At one point, I heard this incredible smashing sound, which I'm certain was just my brain making a loud hypnagogic tantrum, and it jerked me all the way awake, and I did not astral project. And sometimes I'm expecting that, I get all these different sounds and things sometimes, and it still startled me. It was so loud, so I ended up going back to sleep. But I used the wake back to bed method. Okay, so sometime after this, I can't remember if I had one more attempt after that hypnagogic thing or not, but I know around 2 p.m. I was up. So this was long after Jupiter and the supermoon had moved out of sight from my bedroom window. And so I just decided, I had gotten up to use the bathroom, and I decided to just use a simple wake back to bed method because I was getting tired of trying by then. So no fanfare, no intense visualization, just rest and pure intent. And when I went back to bed, I was just commanding like, go, 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 thinking about Jupiter, So I was just using the word go like a mantra. That was my only mantra, like go, just go. And as I was falling asleep, there was this rushing sound like wind. I felt this one before. And I was autonomously just zoomed out of my body and straight through the ceiling. So success. I was up in the air. I got control of the flight and I was aiming for the sky and the stars. But immediately, almost immediately, like not exactly immediately, like, I don't know, 30 seconds later or a minute later or something, I felt the pull back down. And I knew I was running too low on energy to do it. And I was losing altitude pretty fast. So I was like panning around, like, where is activity? So I could at least interact with something or someone or people. I saw some light. I aimed for the light and it was in the woods. And I ended up landing in one of our local neighborhood parks. So instead of, going off to the Jovian Lux out by Jupiter, I landed in the local neighborhood park, one of them, and the whole experience completely, not just getting there to the park, lasted about 10 minutes. So that's all I had. So the park itself was glowing slightly and felt like a superliminal space last night. Like it was way more lit up than usual. And it was like in a whole different way, like it had this whole different vibration. And there was also a palpable chill in the air that reminded me that it's winter, but it didn't look like winter. The ground was green grass, glowing with this wonderful lavender light. All of the blades had this lavender light around them. And so there was no snow. There was that wonderful grass. And it looked really plush and vibrant. And, normally it's just a regular park with grass and trees, some bushes and, blackberry bushes and things. So this was a whole different side to this park that I was seeing. And then I noticed that there were several people gathered. So there's the party. And the lighting was it was dim. I was having trouble seeing, but I could. And I called out HD, render HD, clarity now. And, things were filling in better. But I was really focused on that grass, which was, really cool. That had already come on in bright. So I managed to make out two very specific people there first. And so I'm going to nickname them the Moonlight Brothers. So they were two really tall, large-built men with short blondish hair, dressed head to toe in blue pajamas. Yep, pajamas. And that's not uncommon in the astral, actually, to see people in their pajamas or their birthday suits even. So they introduced themselves just telepathically, and one was louder than the other. I could hear one a lot better than the other one. As brothers, and they were laying on beach towels. Yep, beach towels in December. And their goal, this one was explaining, was to simply lie in the moonlight and soak it up. So basically, they're going all out on this power night to absorb all the energy they can from the moon. And that is actually a genius low-effort recharge method anybody can do. With the sun, with the moon, anything that's radiating energy, you can make the intention to absorb it in the astral, and you will. And so I was already feeling the moonlight, I was already charging a bit, even though I couldn't make it to space. I was feeling the energy of the moon last night, definitely. And so I was also kind of thinking in the back of my mind, hey, my spirit guides would approve of that, of course, because, it's a common thing to do. It's on my list of recommended things to help prolong astral projections, which is probably the only reason I even lasted 10 minutes because, the moon was there and I was already trying to absorb as much of it as I could without just laying down and making it my only intention. So I wanted to get around and talk to people. And I noticed there was also this really fun lady dancing around. I'm calling her the bathrobe dancer. So she had this wonderful wavy black hair. She had a nice white aura to her. And these are the types of people you want to try to speak to because they're probably more lucid. People who are lit up like that. And, she had this glowing white bathrobe along with it on her aura. Her aura, too, was also quite beautifully white. She was dancing around asking everyone if they could put on any good music. She really wanted to get this party going instead of just only soaking in the moonlight, like the Moonlight Brothers and like me. I was just kind of the neutral party there. I was just hanging out, chilling and, trying to talk to people, not expend too much energy and not fully focus on absorbing the moonlight. I was right in that middle zone. And so the contrast I thought was kind of hilarious. The chill, super passive, recharging brothers there versus this energetic dancing lady. And there I am just floating peacefully, trying to go around and talk to people. And pretty soon after that, I got pulled back to my body. So what did this misadventure really reveal? Well, even though I set out to defy cosmic physics and sneak past my spirit guide's 2/10 problem, the universe had other plans, namely grounding me just long enough to drop me into a pajama-clad SuperMoon Party, I guess, instead of the Jovian skyline. So it is important to rest longer before doing more intense astral projections or astral projections of any significant length. So I figured 10 minutes was pretty good considering I've been trying to rest up. So, At least I found a party as part of the journey. I'll take it as a win. Thanks for tuning in to the Astral Tourists. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, subscribe, or share your own stories. What's the strangest thing you've seen in your astral neighborhood? I'm planning to do some more music. If you have any kind of requests as far as which types of songs, binaural beats, and things like that you'd like me to put together for the channel, let me know that too. Until next time, happy astral travels.